Hey, how are you? I'm glad I came to talk to you here. This was always our favorite place. The birds, the ducks, all the river creatures. It was always such a nice place for lunch breaks, picnics, farewell speeches. There still aren't any bluebirds, though. But the swans are still here, still together, still... No, that isn't what I came to talk to you about. I guess I just don't know where to begin is all. We've had a long relationship, you and I. And I will never forget it. You're my first love, the one I planned forever with. You always did everything you could to make me happy. It was like you were determined to make up for all the negative things in our past. Whenever I wasn't sure what I wanted to do in the next step, you always told me that I could do anything I wanted. Well, almost anything. But that I should do what would make me happy. And you were always right. Whether that was quitting that job, moving out of my parents into that small studio next door to you, you never doubted me and never let me doubt myself. But things have changed now. I don't blame you for what happened. I know it wasn't your fault that you had to go. I really do. We spent all that time together, getting to know each other, laughing, playing, falling in love. And then we started to make all these plans, our wedding, honeymoon. We planned a life together. And then everything I hoped for, that we hoped for, was gone. Every day I think back to that night when you told me that you loved me, that you couldn't wait for me to live with you. I've wished so many times that I'd begged you to stay that night at my place, wishing that I could go back and keep you from getting behind that wheel. I hated you for leaving me. But I hated myself even more for blaming you. It's dumb, but I decided that I would punish myself for that and never fall in love again. Yeah, I know. Very Princess Bride. So for the last 15 years, I've just focused on work, whatever that was. And I was happy. And then I met him. He's wonderful, kind, generous, funny, compassionate, and he makes me feel like I'm the most amazing person in the world. You're the only other person who made me feel that way. But he's also different from you. I mean, he's a professional racer, if you can believe it. I never thought those guys I watched in IndyCar would actually be someone I could fall for. But he cares about me. Puts me first, even before his racing. And you won't believe this, he loves classic movies. Every Friday night, it's another classic movie. He actually got me to watch The Birds. I never thought I'd actually be able to sit through that and come back here. He reminds me of you in a lot of ways. He's got your charm and your ambition. But there is a major difference that I can't ignore. He's still here. And you're not. I came here because I want to ask you to let me move on. Let me go and have this chance at happiness that I never thought I'd want again. It won't be the same as it was with you, I mean. Please show me some sort of sign that you're okay with me moving on. I will still love you, always. But I didn't expect that my heart would find someone that could help not only heal it, but find room for someone new. What? It's a bluebird. A bluebird finally shows up. You want me to be happy, that's your sign. I know it. You always said animals had meaning. The swans, you always said they were like us, and that they were bonded for life. But bluebirds, you always said they meant happiness and peace. That's why you always wanted to see one, to have it mean that all the negative things that happened would finally end. Darling, I love you so much. Thank you. I promise I will be happy. Even if this relationship isn't the one, I won't let myself be buried again. Is it all right if I come back here again with him? I want this place to be a part of me, and... No. I won't ask you because I think I know the answer you'd give me. Whatever makes you happy, baby girl.